What's going on YouTube? My name is VitaminDStain and welcome back to some Kinkoi. This is episode 12. Oh my god, this word is so annoying. Here, let me mute it for you. If you have not seen the previous episode, please go ahead and watch that corner. You already know the drill. Or you should know the drill by now. Anyways, do I have anything to say? No. Yeah, let's get started. Make it stop, please. Huh? Could you not drag me? Huh? Sylvia ended up dragging me along and we somehow ended up airborne in her helicopter. Every day's tough when you tag along with royalty. Every day is tough when you tag along with royalty.
申し訳ない。シルビー様はあまりわがままはおっしゃらないのですが、一度言い出すと急に頑固で。
まあ何もする予定がないようでしたら、移動中のおしゃべりの相手になるくらいよろしいじゃありませんの。
Yeah, I guess it's fine. I had been asleep until half an hour ago and now I was flying through the sky. This whiplash from highs to lows was enough to make me dizzy, even in various senses.
ありがとう、オーラ。お礼と言ってはなんだけど、お昼ご飯は何でもごちそうするわ。
Oh, anything?
何が食べたい?
In that case, treat me to something outstanding that even royalty has a tough time getting their hands on that'll make my eyeballs pop out of my head.
さらっと強欲ですわね。
It doesn't cost anything just to suggest, after all. If I phrased it that way, then I'd probably get to try something much more impressive than some high-grade sushi or massive steak.
難しいわね。キャビア、フォアグラ、トリュフなんかは食べ飽きておりますし、単純に一番美味しいもの。メロンパンは日本人のオーロは驚かないわよね。難問ですわ。
The princess were stumped. It had been a little mean and I should just concede that eating sushi, but I bet if I kept quiet I'd get to eat something I ordinarily never would.
僭越ながら、
何かある？
私が以前とある国に国防関連の話し合いに行った時出されたものが条件に当てはまるかと。
Oh, what was it like?
面白そうですわね。
Edison seemed like quite the upper-class lady herself, so this gave me high hopes.
はい。猿の脳みそです。頭を器にして出されて、私も目が飛び出るほど驚きましたし、猿の目玉も飛び出ていました。
What? Sushi! Please go with sushi. Yep. Sushi's tasty.
気に入ってくれてよかった。
Following their interview, I had them treat me to sushi for lunch. And although I called it lunch, it was already past 2. It was past 4 by the time we made it back into town. I can't believe we went all the way to Aomori in such a short time.
大間のマグロ、確かに大変な美味でしたわ。日本は料理が侮れませんわね。エル、落ち込んでる？
What's she so sad for?
申し訳ありません。恥ずかしいところを。
The boss sure was shocked when you spat it all out all of a sudden.
食べたのは魚肉のはずなのに、口の中で溶けるような感じがしてつい。
She was apparently surprised by the tuna's mouthfeel. Advertisements would often note how some foods would melt in your mouth, but the sensation was quite bizarre once you experienced it firsthand. It's almost like eating gel.
まあ、とにかく。どうだったかしら、オーロ。今日一日いただいちゃった形になったけれど、満足してもらえた？
Absolutely. Thanks for everything, Sylvia. It cost me a full day trip to earn this high-class sushi. But, in the end, I got to eat something truly incredible. For that matter, getting to fly around in a helicopter with 3 gorgeous women was a pretty sweet deal.
豚のお返しはできたみたいね。
Feels very disproportionate, if you ask me. This was actually my first time having non-rotating sushi. That's what it's like?
回らない寿司?
Yeah.
逆説的ですが、日本には回転するお寿司があるのですか？
Yeah. What do you think that means?
お寿司がくるくる回るということ？でも今日食べたものも回るといえば回るわよね。あの小ささだし、切り分ける前のマグロは大きすぎて回りそうにないけれど。
市松殿の話からするに、回転する寿司というのはいささか安物を指すようです。今日のような希少品であれば回して遊ぶわけにはいきませんが、逆にくるくる回して食べる安物があるということでは。
The smart one. Yes, you got it.
お姉様、エロいな。甘いですわね。これはことずばり。回るとはお寿司ではなくお客。客が回りながら食べねばならないお寿司屋さんがあるのですわ。なるほど。
That does not sound right. Definitely the sort of idea a ballerina like Mina-chan would come up with.
でしょう。
You're all wrong. Look, that's what I was talking about. I pointed toward the shop we just so happened to pass by.
こっぱ寿司？
あら、看板に書いてありますわね。回転寿司チェーン。回転寿司というお寿司があるの？
It means it's served on a conveyor belt. You pick it up as it goes around and eat it. And the sound was right in that it was cheap, though.
ああ、面白そう。うぬぬ。我々まだまだ日本のことは
Yes, Mina.
勉強不足のようですわ。
Mrs. Know-It-All. Well, yeah, one of the top 5 questions commoners love to ask celebrities is if they've heard of conveyor belt sushi. So this would make for a valuable experience.
ちょっと寄っていきましょうか。お腹が空いたわ。
You're just 8. Hey, Sylvie. There she goes. To reiterate, it was a little past 4 o'clock and we just had lunch 2 hours prior. She's hungry?
お姉様の胃袋なら仕方ありませんわ。
That's wild.
困ったものです。今夜は夕飯をどうするか未定なのでいいのですが。
あら、
What's up? She came back sounding frustrated.
話が違うじゃない。お寿司全然回ってないわ。
Huh?
なんですの？ゲロ、嘘をつきましたの？
Who would lie about something like that? What was going on? I peeked in through the window. Ah, I get it. There was a conveyor belt in this shop, but the sushi itself wasn't revolving. Instead, the revolving carousel contained photos of their offerings, which allowed customers to order what they wanted to eat electronically. I guess conveyor belt sushi isn't nearly as popular as it used to be, and they don't put the food on the carousel directly anymore. Food would eventually dry out and become inedible, so everything was made to order. Most of their clientele would be during peak meal times, so there was no reason to put out food when it was only 4 in the afternoon. It's sad to think about, but conveyor belt sushi will probably disappear in the next 10 years or so. I'm glad I could joke about celebrities getting asked about conveyor belt sushi while I was still relevant. Mm-hmm.
なぜおじいちゃんみたいな顔してますの？
わかりません。
Old man. Our conversation continued until we made it back to the dorm. Mina-chan returned to her room, leaving the 3 of us alone.
どうせだからお夕飯も一緒していい？
We just ate. If that's okay with you. If that's okay with you.
了解しました。そのように。
At the sound, likely had to notify someone from the estate and made a phone call. And then...
ういっせー。あ、シルビーいたんだ。え、朝からオールをお借りしちゃったわ。
We had another guest. I bet she was going to join us for dinner, too. But still wasn't even 5 o'clock. That was a little early for dinner, so the 4 of us killed time together.
今日はどんな仕事してきたの？
Yeah, I'm curious about that, too. What was the deal with that interview today? Before we flew to Aomori, Sophie had spent around half an hour talking to this reporter-looking person at some hotel. It sounded more like a conversation than an interview, especially when there was another party present and they were prattling on about nothing. Additionally, her conversation partner was not what I was expecting. Who was that older man?
おっさん？
It was some old guy they brought on with them. Well, I say he's old, but he's probably middle-aged. Even if she were to have a conversation with an older man, it would have made sense if he'd been dressed in a proper suit or had a more refined air than him. However, he looked like he had walked straight out of some factory.
私の恩人よ。確かにもうおじいさまってお年だったけれど、これを作ってる工場の技師さん。
She retrieved something from inside the bag she'd had Ellis-san carry. It looked like some sort of tool? It was made from iron and had a bent tip, with a hole at the end that could be used as a ratchet.
ああ、調律用のハンマー。愛用品よ。
A piano tool, huh?
これを作ってらっしゃる工場の職人さん。愛用品なのだけど、メイドインジャパンなの。それで技師さんにお会いできないかって思って、今日はお時間をいただいたというわけ。
A tradesman?
対談は後で文章にも起こされますが、映像としても撮ってあるので、この後編集したものが送られてきます。今日は日本では職人の方々をねぎらう日だそうで、それに合わせた形ですね。
勤労感謝スペシャルってことか。
Let me see. Sylvia handed me the device. Although I'd heard of them, I'd never held a tuning hammer before. It had a wooden handle with a hole at the end of the metallic shaft. How does it work again? You put the screw that tugs on the piano strings through this hole to adjust it?
簡単に言うとね、ほらここを見て。
She gestured towards the metal hole at the end of the instrument. I could tell the cavity was octagonal.
ここで四角いチューニングピンを噛んで固定して弦の高さを調整していくのだけれど、その時ここがどれだけ正確に四角形であるかが大事なの。普通のハンマーは型があって鋳造で作ることがほとんどなんだけれど、この製品はなんと細い刀でちょっとずつ形を削いで成形していくのよ。ミリ単位で切り揃えていくことで誤差 0.01 ミリの形が出来上がるというわけ。
Wow, she knows a lot about that. Casting can cause metal to swell and contract, so this sphere generally has to deal with about a full millimeter margin of error, right?
正直それでもいいんだけどね。チューニングするには誤差1ミリくらいはありだから。でも実際にこっちを使ってみると全然グラグラしないから癖になっちゃって、もう元のハンマーには戻れないわ。何よりこの精密なハンマーで調整したと思うと音に自信が出てピアノを気持ちよく弾けるようになるの。今では私の自信っていうか、皆さんにおすすめしたいですね。もう手放せません。
I decided to ignore the fact that last bit sounded straight out of a TV shopping program. Most importantly,
シルビーって自分で調律するんだね。
yeah, aren't there people trained to tune pianos professionally? That caught my interest. Compared to a guitar, pianos are a huge hassle to tune since they have around 200 or so strings. I've also heard it's rare for anyone to do it themselves.
詳しいですね。
Just because I know someone who plays guitar.
そうね。ピアノの調律を演奏者本人がやることはあまりないわ。技術的なこともあるけど、ピアノの声音はどうしても機材のある調律師さんに頼るから、普段の調律も任せないと信頼関係に響くしね。
That was another way of looking at it, one I hadn't foreseen.
でもやっぱり私は自分でやるのが好きなの。自分で締めた弦の張りや遊びの方が演奏していて楽しいから。おー、なんかプロの意見っぽい。
技術的な観点からもシルビー様は並の調律師よりよほど優れておられるとのことです。経験も音感もですね。
Sense of pitch. That reminded me. Do you have a perfect pitch, Sylvie? She replied nonchalantly.
おお。
Oh.
なに二人とも。
Don't worry about it. Perfect pitch gives Japanese people this strangely romantic impression.
貴様のリズムは理解した。この能力が支配する。
What? What? My body won't move.
踊れ！パーフェクトピッチ！
Ah! Impossible. Not after I've mastered dark matter.
ダークマター、恐ろしい敵だった。みたいな。
What? I'm just as confused as her. Like I said, don't worry about it. perfect pitch, dark matter, perfect memory, and lucid dreaming. The aesthetics of these terms would provoke anyone's illusions of grandeur.
あ、ねえねえシルビー。
Reina patted the floor.
今のはレのフラット。なぜ絶対音感があるというとみんな同じことをするのかしら。
Is it actually D flat? Music people confirm. You know, I actually used to be a music person. Back in high school. Oh wow, I saw oh Jesus Christ, I'm not that old. Back in high school and middle school, I was actually in band. I was a drummer dude, and no more. And now I forgot a lot of music. That's awesome. Perfect pitch, huh?
別にすごいことではないわ。訓練で誰でも得られることだし、結局演奏に使うのは相対音感だけよ。
I have heard that. Something like how perfect pitch is useless for getting a grasp of the acoustic of a venue or the instrument you're playing. But still, perfect pitch, like this, is more important. Yeah.
字面で勝ってるよね。
Yeah.
二人ともよくわからないわ。
Same. She forced a smile.
あ、というかオール、あなたにはこのこと昔話したはずよ。
Huh?
昔どんな音でも音階でわかるって何度も説明したわ。
Oh, I forgot about that too.
覚えてないのね。もう何度も何度も説明したのに。
Sorry, I was still just a little kid who didn't even know what you meant by scale back then.
そうね。それに思い出した。私、
Yes.
それで相馬くんと仲良くなったんだったわ。相馬くん？
シルビー様の古いご友人。市松殿にとってもでしたね。
Yeah. You got close to him thanks to your perfect pitch?
相馬くんもあったのよ。絶対音感。
Huh? Oh, really? Oh, wow. Crazy. Rhea had a skill like that? Even so, it was less than surprising due to her usual ambience. Oh, okay, that's why. He still hasn't put it, two and two together. Oh, nice, nice.
懐かしいな。二人でよく遊んだわ。音階の当てっこしたり、逆に外させっこしたり。絶対音感同士にのみ成立する遊びがあるんだね。二人だけの秘密の信号も決めているのよ。当時楽団派に入ることになって不安だった私がピアノを弾くのを恐れなくなったのは相馬くんのおかげね。
Sylvia looked a little lonesome.
相馬くんの方は音感だけでなく耳も良くて、だからよく苦しんでたっけな。
苦しむとは？
絶対音感というのはね、音を脳が勝手に分析してしまって、だから雑踏なんかでも勝手に音を音階分けしてしまうの。だからたまに気分が悪くなるのよ。いろんな音が混ざったり、音の波長が狂ったりすると。ああ、聞いたことある。雨の日はそれで辛い人多いみたいね。私はいいの。無視できる程度だから、よっぽど変な音が混ざらない限り平気。でも相馬くんは私より耳がいいし感覚も鋭敏なのね。よく定期的になる電子音とか気が狂いそうになるって。
I need to go back. I'm sorry, guys.
でも相馬くんは私より耳がいいし感覚も鋭敏なのね。よく苦しんで定期的に。相馬くんは私より耳がいいし感覚も鋭敏なのね。よく苦しんでた。
Check in, waiting a few seconds. Okay.
定期的になる電子音とか気が狂いそうになるって。
For real? This was news to me.
今もまだ苦しんでるのかしら。なんとかしてあげたいのだけれど。
Sylvia's expression turned unusually meek as she looked to the ground. It went without saying who was on her mind. Sylvia really wanted to see Rhea again, didn't she? In reality, she was most likely in the next room over at that very moment. The fact I couldn't tell her made me feel immensely guilty. Shh. Props to him for not slipping on that secret.
ま、今でも耳はいいままだな。お隣の会話も丸聞こえ。
Hey yo, stop eavesdropping. That's not cool.
頭おかしくなりそうなのは一緒だけど。盗み聞きにはちょうどいいから、プラマイゼロだ。泣きにするなよ、シルビー。
Freaking weirdo. Go talk to her already. Jesus Christ. I'd be for real for
お
that.
腹空いてきた。そろそろご飯にしよっか。さあね。もうペコペコ。
Reina changed the mood. Are you hungry?
食べられないほどではありません。
We'd eaten not too long ago and we weren't feeling especially hungry. But we'd better go along with Sylvia anyway.
そういや、みんなは昼何食べてきたの？
Sushi.
いいな。私も行きたかった。
Yeah, it was delicious.
シルビーがいるってことは、やっぱ回らない方？
You nailed it.
またも回転を軸に定義していますね。
本場日本ではお寿司は回転するか否かが大事。国に帰ったらみんなに教えてあげましょう。いいなあ、裏山裏段。ちなみにおいくらくらいのお寿司？
We had a couple rounds of tuna, which meant for a market value of around 8,000 yen for our main course. That's a lot. I've never eaten sushi with a market value attached before.
そこもだけど、何 8,000 円って。
They apparently just got into some of the most staggering servings in a couple of years.
それは何？もう寿司じゃなくない？
いえ、寿司でしたが。
美味しかったわ。うそー。私もついていけばよかった。さあね、レーナも呼びたかったわ。
99% of Japanese people don't use high-speed helicopters, so it's rough going all the way to Aomori for a daily trip. Day trip! Whoops.
びっくりし
Now I felt like we'd done something pretty wrong.
で、夜は何食べるの？
Gold
金
leaf.
箔でももしゃもしゃ食べるわけ？美味しくないわよ、そんなの。
何にしましょうか。行きたいお店があるようでしたら車を出しますが。
もう出歩きたくないわ。ここで食べるものがいい。だそうだよ、オーロ。金箔持ってきて。
I'd love to if I could. Eating here, cup noodles again or something?
それもいいけど。あ、ちょい待ち。
Where are you going? Reina headed outside, then immediately walked right back in.
これ、期限やばばだから片しちゃいたいんだ。どうせだからここで食べようよ。なにこれ？
She brought with her yakisoba.
一玉18円の時に買い込んだんだけど、いやー、なかなか食べないよね、こういうの。これも借りてきた。
She popped the hot plate up onto the table. Must have been something the door was equipped with its given massive size. We're capping off a day where we went all the way to Aomori for sushi with an 18 yen per package yakisoba party.
いいじゃん、いいじゃん。美味しいよ。いいわね。楽しそうだわ。
I wasn't very eager, but the princess was certainly into it. Edison would certainly be on board if Sylvia was, so it was 3 against 1. Any suggestion I made would be overruled by majority vote. Oh well, let's go for it.
一品だけじゃ飽きるかしら。エル、スープをお願い。
了解しました。
And just like that, we had a yakisoba party for dinner. Edison headed into the kitchen to make her special request. What about the yakisoba?
もちろん私が作るよ。4割くらいの確率で夕飯が元焼きそばだった焦げになるけどいいよね。
Why would I be? Reina couldn't cook. Sylvia was iffy too. I'd be terrified letting her get anywhere near a knife. Guess I'll do it. Reina, grab some cabbage and meet at the convenience store.
はーい。
I sent her off to do the shopping.
オーロが作ってくれるのね。
You know my cooking abilities from the flour dumplings before, right?
あれ美味しかった。
Crude though. Crude, though. I know it's a man's dish, but I guarantee I'll score at least a 65 in flavor.
あ、でも覚えてるオーラ。キャンプの時は芳しい結果にはならなかったわ。
Did it not? If you were to bring up cooking at that camp 10 years ago, she'd have to mean. Oh yeah, I was a mess kid, did he? We charred the rice to a blackened crisp, I believe. We've grown up a lot since then, so don't worry.
期待してる。
By the way, how good of a cook are you, Zoe?
できなくはないと思うのだけど、クッキーやケーキしか作ったことがないわ。
A sweet specialist? Sweets were a degree of difficulty higher than ordinary cooking, so she could probably manage. But I guess it was fine for today. Yakisoba was a man's dish. Stand back and watch.
オーラかっこいい。
Sure am. Are the ingredients ready yet?
へい大将、持ってきやしたぜ。
That was fast. Alright. Reina handed over a head of cabbage and one package of pork ribs from the convenience store. First up was the cabbage, sliced clean through the entire head.
え、一玉丸々使うの ?4 人分だよ。
The more cabbage, the better.
多すぎても全部食べるから安心して。
That was reassuring. Light the fire.
はいよ。
She switched on the hot plate. I waited for it to heat up. It's probably dumb of me to say this after we turned it on already, but you think the breaker will be okay? Such a massive hot plate certainly seemed like it would consume too much electricity in a dorm setting like this.
ここなら大丈夫だと思うよ。
You think. Interesting.
この量、4部屋でブレーカー1つだからさ、1部屋使ってないわけだし。
Ah, guess we'll be fine then. My room was at the end of the hall, so the full set of 4 should include Ria next door, Mina-chan across the hall, and the vacant room diagonally across. Mina-chan didn't use many appliances, and Ria was constantly lazing around in bed. One of the rooms didn't even use its lights, which meant that we were probably in the clear. And while we were lost in conversation, the plate had heated up. Alright. Sizzle sounds.
いい音。
First was the pork, then the cabbage, and they continued to cook. Let them cook. This is the perfect timing to add the sauce.
早くない？
Just a little, but you can put a larger helping of sauce on the cabbage later if you do it now. Next, the noodles and then the rest of the sauce. Sizzle sounds.
スープできました。
We're all set on our end too. I turn off the flame. Dish complete. Ichimatsu Oro's specially made yakisoba.
おいしそう。
That was really fast.
腹減った。早く食べよう。
Yeah. The 4 of us sat down for a meal together.
いただきます。
Thanks for the food. And away we ate. Incidentally, as for how it turned out,
おいしい。
I think they like it.
ほんと、すごいよこれ。プロ級。
とてもおいしいわ。ありがとう、エル。
恐縮です。
なんだっけこのスープ。ミネストローネ？
Yes, John. This is seriously tasty. The Mindstone. What is that? The Mindstone Ellison brought out was so good. You'd never think she put it together in so short time. The Mindstone Ellison brought out was so good. You'd never think she put it together in so short a time. I was actually a little moved by it. I should have asked sooner, but you're a really good cook, aren't you?
大したことはありません。簡易食だけです。ただ、慣れていることは慣れていますね。行軍訓練における娯楽は食事だけですので。
Maybe I should have left the whole meal to you. Oh, the yakisoba. Kinda tasted like sauce. It appeared that Mindstone had stolen the show and taken its place as the main dish, thus demoting the saucy yakisoba as its side dish. Made for a questionably disorganized meal. But it was delicious. It's a W. W's a W, just take it. Just take it.
金色ラブリッチェ。
Interesting.
あるよ。絶対音感。
Wow. I checked with her the next day. Sounded like it was for real. I smacked the water tank. What was that?
ごめん、よく聞こえなかった。もう一回。
Listen closely. How about that?
さっきと音階が違う。さっきと同じ音出さなきゃ答えられない。
Okay then. Was that about right?
微妙に違う。
And that?
全然違う。音が弱くなってるぞ。
My hand hurts. There was no need to go out of my way to make these noises against an iron water tank.
絶対音感持ちって言うと、絶対そのこの音何ってやられるから、こっちもいい加減面倒なんだよ。
Oh yeah, so we said the same thing.
ちなみに最初の音はミ、次がファのシャープ。他は忘れた。
Awesome. Hey, wait. I didn't know the answers, so I couldn't even tell if she was accurate. That's what I was about to say. Bro, you don't even know. Either way, she really did seem to have perfect pitch, too. You should leverage your talent and get a job in the musical industry. You should leverage your talent and get a job in the music industry in the future.
将来の夢は未定だ。つけるんなら、音楽関係でやるかもな。
She said with a slight grin. I was being serious, though. Did she think I was joking?
昨日シルビーも言ってたけど、絶対音感って言うほど大した才能じゃないぞ。
You heard?
耳がいいんでね。
Sylvia mentioned that, too. I thought it was weird. Sure that the walls in the storm aren't thick, but I haven't heard of anyone from any of the other rooms. Then again, I rarely heard any outside voices from the neighboring foyer when I retreated into my room either. For that matter, a dorm built for rich kids across the country couldn't possibly have thin walls. Your hearing is just that good, huh?
これも才能っちゃ才能かな。
What? Oh. Why is she spicy? Ah! I took a knee to the pit of my stomach. Why? What'd we do?
びっくりした。おい、脅かすな。反撃しちゃっただろ。
Sorry, I just meant that as a practical joke. I figured shouting would be a fun way to tease her, but her reaction was more violent than I ever expected. To think you just up and knee me in the gut like that? You're brutal down to her very core. You dang delinquent. Grumble, grumble. I complained under my breath.
そのくらいの小声なら聞こえる。
Amazing. And sorry. My check-in determined she was definitely the real deal. She had perfect pitch and her hearing was fantastic. It was a talent I never knew. Aren't there any upsides of combining these two together?
そうだな。やっぱ音感は圧倒的に良くなる。普通の人が練習してようやく安定するような音域の歌とか、感覚だけで歌えるようになるし。
Huh, you're a good singer.
人からはそう言われる。
I'm actually pretty great at karaoke myself. Why don't we go together sometime? If you're a good singer, then give him a real Bishop's melody, practice a shot. It's apparently pretty complicated, so I've never seen anyone who can sing it.
気が向いたらな。
She turned away with a wry smile for some reason. Anything else?
才能的なのはないかな。そもそも絶対音感からして日常では使わないし。むしろ困ることの方が多い。
Oh, it might be worse. Hold on.
Don't figure
Let
this.
me go back. Y'all gotta tell me how the freaking sound sounds like. Now that she mentioned it, if I recalled correctly, Sylvia had a gloomy look on her face at that time, too. People with perfect pitch feel sick when there are lots of crashing noises, so if you have good singing, that'd probably mean...
普通よりひどいっぽい。特に苦手なのが機械音だな。自販機とかドリンクバーとかさ、ブーって音がする系はそれだけで。
That sounds fun. Are air conditioners okay?
平気じゃない。だからなるべくつけてない。
Wow.
あと雨の日とかはそれだけでダメ。屋根を叩く音と壁窓を叩く音で音階が違って聞いてるだけで気持ち悪くなる。
Is this a real phenomena? I really want to know. And if so, oh my god, that's awful. I bet those noise cancellation headphones come in clutch. Oh yeah, You were down and out during that last big storm, weren't you? She had a reason like that?
あと
Yeah.
まあいろいろ
Sound like there were more sounds she couldn't stand, but she wouldn't tell me. So-called physical idiot. Oh my god. So-called physical idiosyncrasies sounded like a huge pain. Sounds. I cannot read.
大変だよたく面倒な頭に産んでくれやがって
She scratched at the back of her head.
いや俺のことはどうでもいいんだよ
I did think it mattered, but she changed the subject. Yeah.
青森まで行ってきたって聞こえたけど
Yeah, the Oma City.
寿司とは言わないけどリンゴパイ的なそういう青森といえばなお土産がないかと昨日から密かに期待してるんだが
Sorry, don't have it.
使えね
Mean. Oh, but I did hear some authentic Tsugaru dialect. You still like that dialect, right?
好きじゃねえよどっから出たその情報
Like when you said before that French sounded like Tsugaru dialect and stuff?
それでなんで津軽弁好きになる悪いけど明日政府が津軽弁禁止令を出しても俺は一向に困らねえぞリンゴパイ食べたかった
Sound like she was really looking forward to it, and I felt like I'd done something horribly wrong.
はあね目的はリンゴパイにしろ
Sushi, actually. I guess she liked apple pie?
シルビーと小旅行なんか進展あったか
She brought up a tepid subject. Nothing. Mostly because Mina-chan and Ella-san were with us.
こぶつきか
Ria clicked her tongue. This girl. Hey, there's something I've been wanting to say for a while now. Not like I'm trying to get closer to Sylvie that way or something.
はあ
Why do you sound so surprised? Didn't I tell you before? Sylvie and I aren't. Didn't I tell you before? Sylvie and I aren't like that.
えでも昔は好きだっただろ結婚するっつってた
Well, yeah, I may have said that. That charm of hers had left me positively love-struck. But that's when we were kids, and I told you how I felt now. We're just friends.
それはでもその後俺のアシストで指輪の箱を渡してあっちも位置がお前だって思い出していい感じになったんだろ
You're not wrong, but... Wait, he didn't do anything, though. Maria Bishop was the one who tossed it at her without asking.
ああはいはいそうでした
She's so dumb.
いい感じになってその後まあちょっと計算外にシルビーの初恋相手があれだったけど
Yeah. If I had been in love with Sylvie, this woman right here would be my biggest obstacle.
でもそれでお前悔しがってたじゃん
Well, sure. I certainly was jealous of Soma-kun, her first love. I certainly was jealous of Soma-kun, her first love. That was before I found out he was really Ria. If that man actually existed, I'd likely have mixed feelings about it. Did that mean what I thought it meant? If I wasn't happy about Sylvie liking someone, then... Ooh. Ooh.
ほらなよしじゃあ作戦決めるぞいいかシルビーはお姫様とはいえガードはゆるゆるだまずは二人きりで会える環境だな
Wait. I wasn't entirely sure how I felt about her yet, and I didn't need a third party pushing things along without my input. I mean, heck, why do you even want the two of us to be together in the first place?
は
Let's just assume, for argument's sake, that I did like Sylvie. Why would she support us?
目標だから
She mumbled under her breath, so I couldn't hear her.
小さい頃は何もできなかったけど今ならできることはある今がゴールデンタイムだから
This was going way over my head. Real clear to throw to put an end to the subject.
とにかくだお前の意思は関係ない俺はしたいようにする
Why?
お前とシルビーを絶対にくっつける
You're saying that to my face.
以上だ
Rhea ended the conversation and vanished up on top of the water tank. Water. Jeez. Didn't it look like she especially wanted company today? I just stayed down below and waited for sunset. Maybe that was a good move. Maybe. Oh boy. Boy, oh boy, that's loud. Scared the crap out of me. I gotta have my headphone like this because apparently I talk really loud. When I can't hear. You know? Yeah. Huh? Do you hate that color?
Hi.
I woke up. I was having some kind of dream. What was it again? I don't know, I don't remember.
土曜日、今日もお休みですね、先輩。
I wish there's some law that automatically allowed you to get Friday off when a national holiday falls on a Thursday.
ああ、いいですね。でも、それだと火曜日がお休みでも月曜日を休みにする法律が欲しくなりますよね。
You'd end up with one too many holidays at that rate.
お休みが多いのに越したことはないんですけどね。というわけで、ラジオ体操です、先輩。
No, please no. I'd rather take a break on holidays. Although it hadn't happened on Labor Thanksgiving Day, I got caught by the radio calisthenics girl today.
はい、1、2、3、4。ほら、市松、背筋伸ばしな。
Okay. Ugh. Mornings are pretty chilly now.
心が燃えてれば暖かいですよ。
Oh man, that was cringe. Don't say that ever again.
今日もお疲れ様でした。
So cold.
ですが寝起きにちゃんと動いたことで血行が良くなったのではなくて、
Well, yeah.
カミナルさんはラジオ体操を参加しませんか？朝は昔からストレッチの習慣がありますので、そちらの方が気が楽でよろしいですわね。ストレッチですか。あれもいいですよね。心も体もバーニングしちゃいます。
Is your heart never not on fire?
お疲れ。
A certain someone who had been laying down on one of the sofas in the foyer appeared. You sure are slacking off as hard as you can.
休みだもん。
Reina idled about.
今くらいの時期って一番外出る気がなくなるよね。寒いんだけどがっつり着込むと暑いし、着込まないと寒いっていう。
Definitely don't have that problem.
わかります。だらけたい口実にしか聞こえませんけど、日本の気候はそうなのかしら。はあ、テラスは快適じゃの。あったかくて。あかねちん、ジュース買ってきて。
Don't take advantage of the situation and make her run errands for you.
買ってきました。Thank you, thank you。はい、お金。差額はおだちんでいいから、おやつでも買いんさい。はーい。飲ませて。どうぞです。
I'm gonna put the straw in the Reina's beverage and brought it to her mouth.
ジャパンの先輩後輩関係はスパルタだと聞きますけど、本当ですのね。
Shouldn't base anything off those two. It was a peaceful day off. That sounds nice. We need more days off. But, huh?
そこそこは身についてきましたわね。では次は主に立食の場での礼節を教えますわ。こちらは手順がなく臨機応変なので難しいですわよ。
Let me go back. I don't know what's up with me today with skipping.
では次は主に立食の場での礼節を教えますわ。こちらは手順がなく臨機応変なので難しいですわよ。
Although we had the day off, it didn't look like I would be resting anytime soon.
違う。立食の際はまずテーブルのそばから離れぬこと。最初からフラフラしない。
I wound up stuck in Mina-chan's etiquette class. I had no idea why it was necessary, but Mina-chan felt compelled to drill party and table etiquette onto me. She subjected me to this heck for the past few days, almost to the point where French dining etiquette was firmly rooted in my brain. So obviously exhausted and probably plopped over on the bed.
まあだらしのない。
Come on. Oh well, there was no harm in memorizing it. I wouldn't complain about being taught, but still. When and where would I ever need to use this stuff? If nothing else, I think it's a given that nobody in modern day Japan would know any of this.
まあそうですわね。ノーブル学園の生徒ですらちゃんとできる子はあまり多くありませんわ。
I think it would apply even to royalty. There was no real meaning in a commoner like me learning this, in my opinion.
ですがいつか使う日が来るかもしれない知識です。なら仕入れて損はないはず。
She definitely knows her sister actually likes this guy, and she was like, no, okay, I'm gonna get him ready, because blah 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 blah. Oh no, that sounds tiring. Imagine being with someone of that much, like, clout. Or popularity. Sounds tiring.
いざ使う場が来た時、盛大に間違えて恥をかいたり、立ち居振る舞いが分からず、あうあうする羽目になるよりよっぽどいいでしょ。
Suppose you're right. Or so she was saying after having thought it through. Would I really be that embarrassed about it?
恥をかくのを良しとしますの？
Good argument, but still. Everything Mina-chan said was correct. Correct, yet strict. I wasn't sure there was any reason to act so formally. Maybe this was a difference between commoners and royalty?
よろしくてゲロ。恥をかくなとは申しません。人間には限界がありますゆえ。しかし、恥をかかない道があるのに、それを選ばず、書いてもいいなどとおっしゃるのはおやめ遊ばせ。人間は矜持を持って生きる動物です。
Only you.
それが保てないのは仕方ない。しかし、保
Preposterous.
とうとしないのは言語道断ですわ。
I have beef with me now. I was getting a full-on lecture from someone younger than me. Worse yet, someone else had said the same thing to me once before. So you're saying to show off and act cool.
うん。まあ、そうですわね。かっこいい悪いで話を図るのは下品ですが、格好のいい自分であろうとするのは大切なことですわ。お分かりになったようで何より。
Alright, why don't we pick up where we left off? We resumed our etiquette class. Acting cool was important, huh? Catching wasps and stuff. First, you know who told me that, then Reina, and now Mina-chan. Oh no, I don't like where this is going. That was a ridiculously complicated thing to do, though.
あら？
Sorry, Mina-chan. My phone rang. What an annoying ringtone. Stop it. I interrupted the lesson and picked it up. Let's see. Ah. For a second, I nearly reached for the hold button. Stop the sound. Honestly, didn't want to take this call, but...
今日はこのくらいにしておきますか？
Yeah, thank you. Bye. Leave.
お飲み物いただいてよろしいかしら？
Go for it. Stop it, please. It would... I need to read fast. It would feel unnatural not to answer with Mina-chan here. Beep. Thank you.
Hello?
久しぶり、オラくん。
Who are you?
Yo. What's up? Chieka? Chieka? Do you need some? Chieka? Chieka? Do you need something?
The call was from... What a funky name. Someone I really want to talk to. Why?
なんかようかじゃないよ。ノーブル学園急に行くことになって、それから一回も連絡してこないじゃない。
Is that?
Sorry, I've been busy.
寮に入ってるんだよね。ちゃんとやれてる？ご飯は？掃除はしてる？今から見に行こうかな。
Doesn't sound like nice.
No, thank you. I'm doing just fine. Dorm provides meals, so I'm all set there. As for cleaning, I've got a wonderful maid keeping an eye on me, so my room isn't dirty.
メイド？
There's someone overseeing the dorm here, and they perform inspections.
それはそれですごい量だね。まあ、声を聞く限り元気そうで安心した。
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
棟梁くんにはまだ？
I haven't, and you shouldn't tell him either. I especially don't want him to know where I'm going to school.
トリョクも他のとこに通ってるで納得してくれてる。
Please and thank you. You'd likely come all the way here if you did tell him.
会ってあげなよ。心配してるよ。
It'd be a huge pain. Isn't it enough for me to just tell you how I'm doing over the phone?
Nah, bro, talk to your homie. She reluctantly agreed. Oh boy. Even though there was no sidestepping check, I didn't feel like saying Torio yet. Torio. The three of us had been together since we were little, so it did feel strange to suddenly be apart, though.
じゃあ明日はトリョクなしで私一人で行くね。
Yeah, Torio's. Huh? What do you mean, tomorrow?
だから明日そっちに様子を見に行くけど、トリョクはなし。私一人で。
Huh?
She repeated that unexpected tidbit of information once more.
Wait a second. Why would you do that? Don't come here.
食事も掃除もしっかりしてるんでしょ。じゃあいいじゃない。
It's not fine. I have plans too, you know.
そうなんだ。じゃあ出かけててもいいよ。
Oh my god, do you not know what no is?
部屋のチェックするだけ
Jesus
だから。
Christ.
Would you knock it off already?
ねゲーム姫消し物はいいけどさ、触手系のやつはパッケージ見えないようにしててね。そういう
Technical
虫っぽいの
games.
すごく苦手だから。
I don't want you to come here.
明日、11時。時間があったら寮にね。見なく
We
てもいい
just
けど。
said no. Oh my god. She hung up.
どうしましたの？苦虫を噛みつぶしたような顔をして。
It's nothing. And here I thought Mina-chan's lecture was the most I'd have to deal with before having an otherwise laid-back weekend. Tomorrow was looking to be the worst of it. Huh. I fished through an unopened cardboard box. I placed the game with box art of an exorcist girl caught in a web of tentacles on top so it would be visible the moment the box was opened. Yup, all set.
何をやってるんだか。
You'll see, don't worry about it. Great spot the pause. Yes, sir. All right. Wow, that's what, episode 12 of Kinkoi. Interesting. It's been coolio. It's been fun. I'm enjoying the story. This episode, like I like to say, nothing too crazy, but I am enjoying the story. It's very nice. What I really like about these visual novels and just reading in general, you know, aside from visual novels, like when I open a book or a visual novel and I'm just reading, I feel like I teleport. Like I go into this different world that's not here, you know, in the actual real life world, and I just forget about every problem that I have, anything else that's going on in my head. I'm just there, and I could imagine, I could see all the things they describe. Like it's just so freaking sick. That's what I like about reading visual novels, books, whatever. Like it's really, really, really great. I love it. It really is like a form of escape, you know. But anyways, that's enough of me ranting. I think I spoke a lot in this episode. It's a visual novel. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Kinkoi. And if you did, let me know by hitting that like, subscribe if you haven't already done so, and share this video with your homies. Like seriously, what are you doing? Let's hit 1,000 subscribers. I need a hit. I don't need to hit, but I would love to hit 1,000 subscribers before the end of this year. How sick would that be? Very sick. Anyways, I'm gonna let y'all go. Y'all stay safe, and as always, until next time, fellas.